Wann wirst du wieder bei mir sein, sag wann?
Now, when we're disassembling the Car 98, basically you want to just make sure here, what I forgot to do, which is a common mistake with the Car 98, I got to put this bolt back into the rifle for a second here. You're going to want to make sure that you have the rifle, the Mauser, in the middle position here when you remove the bolt to work on the bolt. If you don't have it in the middle position, then you got to take a screwdriver and you have to force a part of the bolt up when you're trying to disassemble and get at the firing pin and stuff. So you just want to make sure. This is the only thing that's really important you have to remember when you're stripping the Mauser, is to make sure that the safety is in the upright position. Then pull it back, remove the bolt. Now they're relatively easy to disassemble. All you do is push up and you twist like this. And this firing pin everything is right here. There's really nothing to get lost. There's nothing to fragment when you've got it, when you disassemble it like this. There's nothing to, I mean, it's all self-contained here. And I don't know, it's just very easy to remove. And then also a really nice feature that I never used to know this, but this little hole here is for the to remove the firing pin here, or to put the I think it's something to do with the working on the firing pin here. You push it down. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to disassemble. I don't want to strip it that much, but it's for use of stripping down the firing pin here. You know, it's part of the rifle, which is a very intuitive design in helping you disassemble and field strip the rifle. But so now, basically, due to this intuitive design for the Car 98K, it's very easy to strip and disassemble these component parts once you're given some rudimentary training. The parts are very well milled. It's just like butter almost when you work the action of this 1940 Car 98K. I know the later war models are going to be a little bit more rough in the milling and the finish on the inside of the bolt, on the outside of the bolt here, but this is just glossy as can possibly be. And the to reassemble these is pretty much simplicity in and of itself. You just twist until you hear it click like that, and you have a reassembled bolt, and you just pop it back into the rifle like that. And I don't know, I just really like the design of this Car 98K. Now when we compare this Car 98K bolt, this is the final comparison here, to the M44 or the M9130. You remove it, just pull the trigger back, and you have the bolt out. Now when this disassembles, I really don't want to disassemble this, but I kind of have to do it for the purposes of this video. it disassembles into a whole bunch of component parts here. You turn it like this to engage this, like you would to engage the safety kind of. And then this part comes out here. And then this comes out here. See, so you've got 3 parts right off the bat. As opposed to the Mauser's 2. And there are smaller parts here. You'll see there are smaller parts as opposed to the Mauser's 2 main components here of the bolt mechanism. And so that means that it's easier to lose the parts, possibly, I mean, if you're careless. The milling on this M44 is actually not too bad. It's not too bad. I think it's better than the M9130, but on the inside of this this part right here, the milling is not really that, doesn't really compare to the Mauser, but it's not that much of a handicap to put the darn thing together, because I mean to have it disassemble into 3 parts. But I'm just trying to mention it because the Mauser, I think the Mauser breaks apart a little bit easier here. See, and you have to figure out how it interlocks. It's a little bit like a puzzle. See, I don't do this all the time, so it's going to take me a minute here. You see how it's a little bit more difficult, even when you're used to it, to get this final part on here? There we go. Alright, now we've got it reassembled here, but it breaks apart into smaller component parts, and just a little bit more difficult to reassemble. It's not that much of a hindrance to the design of the rifle, but I think the accuracy when you shoot it, most off-the-shelf Mausers as well shoot, I believe, better than the Mosin Nagants, because I shot the Mosin Nagants, and I don't know if it's just because I'm shooting 180 grain or 203 grain MG ammo out of it, but the thing at even like about 150, 200 yards is just lacking in accuracy. And then another thing that I also will bring up here that I just kind of remembered as an afterthought is the trigger pull, and I'm going to transition over to the trigger pull here right now.